and boom, welcome back to another video. We're in a familiar spot, going up to Shining Tor again. The weather is gorgeous, and we've got a guest.
Hello.
None other than young James Young, my cousin, pal, and camping buddy for the night. We're going up to Shining Tor, which is, let me spin you around, right there. And some of you, the eagle-eyed among you, will know it as the first ever video where I bailed out because of the wind. I couldn't even get the tent up. And then the video that was the abandoned Victorian manor. That was also up here. So we've been up twice. Well, I've actually camped up here 3 times, but the other one I did before I started making videos. So short walk, about 40 minutes. And then when we get to the top, apparently the views are good. If the wind's okay, I might try and get my drone up. I haven't done that yet. Wouldn't mind giving that a quick try out. But for now, just going to walk along this fairly flat path, and then a bit of a small incline up towards the trig. And we'll find a couple of spots. We've seen a couple of cars down by the car park. It's Friday night tonight, so not a usual wild camping night for some, although I suppose it can be. So we'll see if there's others up there as well. In the meantime, let's get a stomp on. So this is James's first time, well, second time wild camping. First time he tried, but was one of the few people that I've ever heard of get moved on. A farmer on a quad bike came and asked him if him and his 2 mates were camping, but I think the thing is, you went to a hill that was quiet. It's not the quietest hill, it's not the biggest hill. It is right next to a farm.
It was Crow Mill.
Crow Mill, yeah.
The problem with it is it literally overlooks the farm.
Yeah.
Also, the problem was we were extremely ill prepared because I wasn't like I am now. I was going up with carrier bags and stuff.
Yeah, he had like big cookers and carrier bags full of stuff, and
basically doing
it looked pretty obvious.
And it was just blatantly obvious what we were doing.
Yeah. This is us. That way. Up that path. Look at the sky in the background already, man. It's delightful. Hey, we might well see that. There's that Christmas tree we've seen a few times. Where is it? There somewhere with the baubles on. See if there's any on them in April. There is, sorry James, I'm recording here, have a bit of respect, a bit of decorum please. The good news and bad news. There's a candy with Andy, well a candy with James and Andy, don't really have the same ring. But I got some sweets, some of my favourite sweets, but I can only get 1 sweet. So it's up against tonight a sweet chocolate hybrid. It's not fair. I already know which one I'm picking, I think. Although I did think that before I had Mawams and Haribos, so maybe there'll be a late equaliser, who knows. So there is that to look forward to. And we've just got a camp meal as well. And James has brought a tin of Irish stew. Quality.
Yeah, from Tesco.
Well, I mean, other brands are available. Oh, we're at the Christmas tree. That's good timing. Regrettably, no baubles left. And it is sprouting into something. Do these flower? Looks like it's flowering. I'm not 100% on. Is it? I assume it's just a giant conifer. Someone will know. But yeah, I wonder where they've all gone then. Surely someone doesn't come and move them. You know, you wouldn't expect them to see at the bottom of the tree, but it's a big tree, isn't it? Right. We're on the ascent now. We've only got to go up to the top of there. It's not far. We might be on for a mad sunset here, and I brought my drone with me as well, so wind providing. If the wind's okay, we'll get the drone up for the first time outside as well. Right, we've made it. I couldn't get a jiggy with Triggy because there's some people on it. We have got company. There's a couple of campers over there, one in a Terra Nova Voyager and an Alpkip top store. That Shut Winslow there that we've camped on before, that looks really prominent. Whenever I've been up here, I've never had these views. Bloody lovely, man. That haze just as the sun's coming through the clouds. Right, it's tent setup time. Last one. So we're using the XMid for the first time. I haven't used this yet. I've lent James the Elixir 2, which we're going to get up in a minute, but that pole's slightly higher than that one, so I've got to figure that out, but not bad for a first attempt. Just tighten everything up a little bit when we get going, but not bad. I've got the door pointing that way so we can watch the sunset, and this door pointing this way so we can watch the sunrise. Let's get Jim's up. So that's me up, and that's the Elixir up. Gent across the way there who's in the Voyager just came over and said hello. He's an absolutely lovely fella. He's with his mate and they're probably doing 2 nights. I'm yet to do a multi-day. Well, I am going out tomorrow night, but I'm going home first. So I'm yet to do a multi-day per se, but I am going to give that a go. But absolutely lovely bloke. I don't know why, there's nothing better than talking tents, and yeah, we just had about a 20-minute conversation about tents as the sun's going down. So it hasn't quite gone down, but there is a lot of low cloud there that it's just dipped behind, so hopefully we, I think that'll probably be about it, given how cloudy it is, but might try and get the drone up if the wind drops. Right, we're in. I mean, not a bad view that, is it? Can you? You're on a bit of an angle there, aren't you? That's the view out the tent. Sky still looking pretty orange, which is nice. Time to get everything set up, have a chat with James, and then watch this sun finally go down and probably think about getting a bit of scran on, I reckon. Unreal, man. Right, it's dinner time. It's gone dark. We can see Manchester. Oh, hang on. Let me turn that off. You can see Manchester in the distance. Jim's joined me outside my tent. He's just drinking. What are you drinking there? Ribena he's gone with. And you might not be able to see, but the glowing lights in the distance, the other side of Jim, is Manchester, with still that orangey sky, which looks bloody lovely. But Jim's had he brought a can up with him, a can of Irish stew, which is all round the outside of the can, so now I'm covered in Irish stew. And what have I got with me, you ask? Well, you didn't, but I'm going to tell you. I've got in here somewhere a bag of scran. So let me just stick the old tripod up so I don't have to keep holding you. Bear with me. It'll be wobbly for a moment. There we go. There we go. Right, put you there. There we go, and I'll sit here. Right, so what have we got? We have got some snacks, which we'll get to, and a camp meal, adventure food. I think it's beef hot pot, minced beef hot pot. I've actually had this one a few times and it's nice. It's a lot of potato, but it's very warming and there's a lot of it. It's really filling. How many calories is it? 600 calories in that. Whoa, get in. So I've got that. I've got a couple of coffees that I'm about to make for me and Jim. And then obviously the burning question is, who's candy around? Right, so that, a can of Fanta fruit twist to have in my meal. My meal, as if I'm going out of a restaurant. I've got arguably what are some of my favourite sweets of all time. And then the only thing I could get to compare them with. So we went with Millions, which I absolutely love. Reminds me of being a kid. I love them. Against Smarties. Now, Smarties are a classic, but I can hear people around the Peak District up in arms now saying, are they a candy? Is that a sweet? I don't know. It's a chocolate. What do you think, James? Do you think that I wouldn't call that a sweet, I don't think, would you?
In the words of Chris Eubank, I think it's a confectionery.
What a stupendous confectionery. Yeah. What was he talking about? He'd have jelly babies.
Pretty sure he was on about Smarties.
Oh, I thought it was jelly babies. So that's what we're going to compare. I'll be honest, I think this is going to win. Although, I don't think I'm a massive... I mean, obviously I'm a massive chocolate fan. I'm the size of an house hen, but I'm a crisp and sweets guy over chocolate. But when I have chocolate, I always go, ooh, quite pleasant. So we're going to get the boil watered, I nearly said them. Get the water boiled, get this camp meal made. You have to leave it for 10 minutes. That's upsetting. I wanted to eat it immediately. I'm starving. And then we'll get cracking with candy with Andy, or candy with James and Andy. And of course, we'll get James's reflection and opinion on it as well. Oh, yes, man. Right, that is boiling.
That was quick, nice.
Always, yeah, it's the MSR Pocket Rocket 2, mate. Can't grumble at it at all. And the pot helps because it conducts heat really well. So, never pour your water whilst it's here, because if it goes on your tent, bad news. Always pour your water outside your tent, is my advice to you. And with these dried meals as well, pour like a little bit of water in, give it a stir, and then pour some more in. Don't pour it all in at once, because getting the corners of these... excuse me, I've just had a massive burp. That's not ideal on camera. Is this mic on? I hope so. I hope not even. Because getting down to the corners of these packets is always... You know, back in the day, do you remember making smash? I mean, I'm talking to a certain age here, but do you remember making smash and making cuppa soups? And then when you got to the bottom of the cuppa soup... Oh, I've just nearly poured it in my tent, exactly like what I said don't do. When you got to the bottom of the cuppa soup, there was still like a bit of powder at the bottom of the mug. Well, that's what these can end up like, so just be careful with that. There's a load of, like, I imagine cornstarch and stuff in here to try and absorb the water, and obviously it's a load of potato as well, so give it a bloody good stir round, get right down in them corners. I actually think this is a really nice one. I'll give James a try, because he's not big on and convinced that they're going to be nice, but we'll give him a try and see what he thinks. So that's that done. I'm going to make a couple of coffees. Although James says he goes to the loo whenever he has a coffee, so I'll have to get your trowel out, mate. Let's boil some more water. Right then, let's get amongst this camp meal. It's been about 10 minutes. Let me just turn the head torch on. I know it glares out the camera when I turn it on, but just need to have a look how we're doing. Could do with another couple of minutes, I reckon. But I think I'm gonna give it a go. Sloppier than you'd want it, a bit thicker, I think. And you know what? Let's make it right. I'm going to give it another few minutes. In the meantime, James, you got any talking points?
Not overly.
Would you like to talk about your thoughts on the pedestrianisation of Norwich city centre?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm dead against this.
Top 5 British sitcoms, go.
The Office has got to be in there, hasn't it? The Royal Family I'd put in there. And then you've got to go for some OG ones, aren't you? Like, Only Fools has got to be in there, hasn't it? And then probably put 40 Towers in there.
Would you?
Is that 4?
What about Father Ted? Phoenix
Well,
Nights.
Is that British or is it Irish? I'd say that's Irish. And I suppose, controversially, I think I preferred that Peter Kay thing, which was like before Phoenix Nights to actually Phoenix Nights. So I'll put that in my top 4.
That Peter Kay thing is pretty niche, isn't it? Not many people. When we're saying that Peter Kay thing is a TV series called That Peter Kay Thing. We know it's not like we can't remember the name of it, and we're saying, "Oh, that Peter Kay thing," and it's really funny, isn't it? It's really good.
Because I'm sad enough to have watched it with the director's commentary on, which is worth doing.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. He said because he wasn't like a household name at that point, he called it That Peter Kay Thing because he knew people were going to like work and stuff. Going, did you watch That Peter Kay Thing?
Right,
That's why it's called that.
Clever. I wouldn't put Fawlty Towers or Only Fools and Horses in my top 5, and I don't doubt they're fantastic, but I just didn't watch them growing up. So I'm not going to put something in the top 5 because it's a cult classic and I think it should be there. I'm going to put my top 5 as my favourite top 5, and they are The Office, Peep Show,
That's a good show.
Phoenix Nights, just because it was my childhood growing up. The Vicar of Dibley. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Although I did watch a lot of that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I think I'd put the Royal Family in there as well. And then I would also probably put That Peter Kay Thing in there
I sort
as
of,
in just sneaking in 5th.
I think it's like when you list your favourite albums, I don't think you can have the same artist twice. That's why I would avoid.
So you wouldn't double Peter Kay.
Yeah, that's why I picked one. Or the
I
other.
watched that so much when I was growing up though, like Phoenix Nights, That Peter Kay Thing, Max and Paddy a little bit, but I didn't have the DVD of that for a while, so I didn't watch a lot of Max and Paddy too much. Right, let's give dinner another crack here. We should be right now, surely, ref. Another 3 minutes it's had. Okay, it's a little bit sloppier than I'd like. I'd like it to be a little bit firmer, but it's certainly edible. I just think that's really nice and tasty. Admittedly, I have had this 2 or 3 times now, and the little beef balls never go soft. They're still crunchy. I'm just going to feed a bit of this to James, and I'm going to get James's thoughts and opinions.
This coffee's still piping off.
Yeah, my coffee's roasting as well. Right, open wide.
Oh God, I'm not a baby. Fuck you, dude.
Thoughts?
Yeah. I wouldn't choose it, mate. Being honest. What does it remind me of? What are them crunchy bits in it?
Beef.
Never beef.
It's beef, that. Dehydrated beef. Although I obviously haven't hydrated it well enough.
It reminds me of something. I can't think what it is though.
James has gone with, he wouldn't choose it. I think it's really tasty. I think it's quite salty. And I quite like salty things, so. I think it's just nice. I like them because they're just contained, you know what I mean? You get that, you eat it out of that, you can put that in the bin. You haven't got to bring cans, open cans, take cans home, that sort of thing. I mean, obviously you've got to take this home, but...
Did you ever bring a fucking pot noodle up with you?
Pot noodle? No, I've had the, you know, like the Bachelor's knockoff, whatever they're called, instant noodles or something. They're basically a pot noodle, but I have brought them up before.
I've basically ruined pot noodles for myself.
Why have you ruined pot noodles?
I had a phase where I ate them all the time.
Oh, right.
I say all the time, but like I had a phase where I'd get them for my dinner at work because they're like a quid, aren't they? And I was having like 3 or 4 pot noodles a week, which is like not good for you, clearly, because they're just rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it got to the point where...
They're really bad for you as well. I don't really know why.
I always get the Bombay Bad Boy as well.
Oh, yeah?
I got one once that had 2 sachets in it.
Whoa, bonus.
Yeah, when you put both 2 in, mate, it was warm, that was. But it got to the point where one day I was eating it and I couldn't finish it. And it was like, you know, when you just... I don't know, your body rejects something.
You just couldn't swallow it?
I couldn't have it anymore, and I can't have them anymore. I think my body's just rebelled against having that amount of salt in like one hit.
Yeah, I need to. I remember looking at the nutritional information once, and they were really bad for you, like calorie wise and fat wise. But I don't really know why, because noodles is generally a fairly healthy thing.
Yeah.
Although there's the shite in there, I suppose.
Yeah, it is full of shite, but yeah, they made me bad.
and now you can't have them again. That's like when people have a bad night on vodka and they can never drink vodka
it's
again.
Like, it's the food equivalent to that. Definitely.
Right, I'm going to finish this. And then we'll get on to candy with James and Andy. You can really see Manchester. Let me turn you around. If I turn this light off, so it's dark, and then if I turn you around, can you see the lights of Manchester on the camera? Hang on a minute. I think you can actually. I don't know what it's going to look like when I put it on a video, but it looks pretty cool out there, man. Right then, it's that time of the night. It's Millions versus Smarties. I'm going to have a go, and then Jim's going to have a go, and we'll both give you a synopsis. I'm pretty confident I know where mine's going. Right, let's start with the Millions. One of the... Oh, I don't want Millions all over my tent. Oh no. Where have they gone now? Torch on. Found one. I dropped two, I think. Okay, found one. Found two. Right, I don't want them all over the gaff. Right, turn that back off. I've just dropped 4 more. Don't worry. Found them. Jeez, it's going well. Professional, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, Millions. Couple more. Let's have a go. And then...
You know, I don't think I ever had these.
You've never had Millions?
I don't think so, no.
We'll get Jim in as well. There you go. No, I've not had me fancy yet. Basically, just chew them so they become one piece. Here's my advice. Right up my drain pipe, these. Thoughts?
Alright.
Fruity?
Quite fruity.
Chewy?
Bit
Yeah.
chewy. I feel like they're probably full of chemicals.
Full of chemicals? Where's your tinfoil at, mate? Right.
Yeah. You don't get additives, do you, in sweets like
No additives in Millions. Are you mad? Natural. They're on the Millions tree. Smarties. I recommend finishing the Millions first.
Yeah, and working through them.
Working through them. Okay. Yeah, they take longer to chew than I remember, frankly. Jesus. Great sweet though, man. It's what you want. The chewy, the fruity. My bag. Right, Smarties. Not had these for years, by the way. I'm crunching because I want to try and speed this up. But I think I would normally suck a Smartie till the chocolate goes.
I beg your pardon.
Till the chocolate softens up a bit, you know. But, I mean, they're nice. They are nice, actually. I think my issue with Smarties has always been the chocolate isn't tremendous chocolate in a Smartie. You know what I mean? It's like, still tastes a little bit cheap in a Smartie. Is it Nestle who makes Smarties? Yeah, it's Nestle.
It's like the shell tastes better than the chocolate, doesn't it?
Yeah. Coke makes Fanta, I didn't know that.
Yeah, didn't you know that?
No.
And didn't you know Fanta's Nazi juice?
Hey, what? Fanta's what?
So, I can't remember the exact details of this, but basically, I think the Germans couldn't make Coke during the war.
Oh, right.
Because of, like, what they could import in. They used to import the ingredients in from America
Right.
to make Coca-Cola, but they couldn't do it once the war started. Or even a bit before that.
So they made
so,
Fanta
so they
instead.
the people wanted a fizzy drink,
Yeah.
and Fanta's what they come up with.
Wow. The orange version, I assume.
Yeah, orange Fanta was like
So is that older than Orangina? Because Orangina seems old.
I don't know, to be honest, but I might have missed some details out of this, but Google it and you'll get the full story. But then I think Coca-Cola then later bought out Fanta and it just stayed, but Fanta was originally made in Nazi Germany.
Wow. There you have it. Fanta's Nazi juice is what James has gone with there. Right. For me, it's an easy answer. I think Millions. James?
Smarties.
What?
Yeah, but I was brought up on Smarties.
Were you brought? Oh, right.
First time I've ever had, like, Millions.
Yeah, I had Millions as a kid growing up. We used to get them on the way to high school from the shop. What was it called? Allen Road? No, Allen Road. It's where Leeds play. What was the paper shop called up the road from you?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Allen Grove?
Hairdressers now, innit?
Yeah, but it had a mad name.
I I can't remember, but I know where you mean.
It was like Allen Grove or something. I don't know why I remember that way, but yeah, millions wins it for me there. Although, to be fair, I did enjoy the Smarties. Right, we're going to go and hit the hay now. Bad news camping-wise, James's sleeping pad's deflating. So we both brought closed cell foam pads. So I've given him my pad, his closed cell foam pad, to put on top of his. So hopefully it's not too cold. And I think they both got an R rating of 2.2, so combined is 4.4. So hopefully shouldn't feel the cold. It won't be as comfortable as being on this. But hopefully you get some kip. But yeah, if you get cold in the night, let me know. And obviously if need be, we can always go back to the car. You don't want to just spend, the car's only an hour's walk away, a bit less. You don't want to spend your night dithering on the floor there. So give me a nudge if you're struggling, alright?
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you in the morning.
Catch you in a bit, mate. Ta-ra.
See you in a bit.
Right, and with that, James has gone to bed. I'm going to stick a film on. I don't know what I've got downloaded on Netflix, actually, troops. Let's have a quick look. I don't think I've downloaded anything in addition to what we already had on here. We've currently got... Did I ever finish Mary Queen of Scots? I don't think I did. My Netflix downloads. I've got Outlaw King, which I've seen a few times. Number 24, Yellowstone, which I just couldn't get into. Mary Queen of Scots and Operation Mincemeat. I tried Operation Mincemeat and couldn't really get into that, although I wasn't fully watching it because it was quite windy, so I wasn't really concentrating on the film. Still haven't finished Mary Queen of Scots. And I think I might watch Outlaw King again because we're going to Scotland next weekend. Next Friday we're heading up to the Isle of Arran to do a camp up there. So I might watch some Outlaw King again to get into the sort of, you know, Scottish sort of vibes, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to leave the door open, go for a waz, and watch the lights of Manchester twinkle as I doze off. So, unless, as every camping video maker says, unless anything mad happens in the night, I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, that stretch wasn't for the camera, by the way. I just was stretching. Morning. Currently it's 6:35. I woke up at 5:30 because the sunrise was at 5:40. It's just a little bit cloudy. There isn't much of a sunrise. It's still only just getting up now. I'm speaking a little bit quietly because I can hear James still snoring in the tent across the way, but that is the best night's sleep I've ever had camping. I fell asleep about 10:30 and I woke up to my alarm for the sunrise at 5:40 or 5:40. Didn't wake up once in the night. Feel really well rested, really good sleep. First time using the XMid, I fit in it, which is a really nice change of pace because I don't normally fit in tents with me being quite tall. But yeah, feel great. After what happened the other week up on Kinder on Fairbrook Naze, and me sort of freaking out a little bit because of the wind. The wind's been fine all night. It's been no more than about 10, maybe 12 mile an hour, absolute tops, and not even that for the most part. I was warm, I was toasty, I slept well, was comfy, pillow was fine. It's just best night of sleep I've had camping for ages. So we'll get up, have a quick look if the sun's going to peep through these clouds, and then I reckon we'd probably start packing away at some point. 6:43 now, yeah, so probably start packing up and walk down shortly, I reckon. Oh, absolutely tremendous morning, man. This is what it's about. You can hear the birds. You can't quite hear the grouse at the minute. Sun is, I can't quite tell where it is. It's over there, but it isn't. Spin you around. It isn't quite coming up. Obviously, this was me last night. This was James in the Elixir. And then our two pals over here, Alpkit Tarp Star and Terra Nova Voyager. The Voyager looks so smart. I just wish it was a little bit longer. I'd probably get one so I could fit in it. But look at this view, boys. Let me spin you around. Look at that. Good morning. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Waking up to that. Waking up to... I've tried to talk about this before, but you sort of feel like animalistic, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's about 1500 years ago. despite me recording this on an action camera and having fairly technical outdoor kit and not just wool and what they used to use. But I've thought about doing that, you know, if I could, like, cool idea for a video would be to do like a history based camp, like a medieval camp with a big cloak or whatever, so the weather would have to warm up a little bit. But the only thing is the expense of it, like a World War II based camp or something like that. Or I'd love to do stuff like that, but obviously buying all the gear for it, I'm only going to use it once really. Anyone hire out medieval cloaks for camping? Right, I'm going to wake James up because it's getting to the point where we need to start packing up really, because it's quite a popular spot up here for walkers and stuff, so probably going to be coming up soon, and I always like getting packed up before anyone else comes up. It's just a shame, it's just too, I think the sun's over there, it's just too cloudy to be picked up. I mean the visibility's decent, you can still see Shetlands there. You can see quite far out there, but the sky looks a little bit moody, doesn't it? Looks like it's potentially got a bit of rain in there somewhere. But yeah, spend the next half an hour getting packed up. I'll go wake James up and let's get walking back down and go for a brew, I reckon. Morning.
Morning.
Oh, he's awake. Good Kev. How are you?
Fine.
Sleep okay, yeah?
Woke up a few times, but mainly, yeah.
Nice. I'm glad about that, because that sleeping pad going down was I was a bit worried that was going to be problematic, but don't need to wake him up now. He's up. Let's just get packed up. Let me get the microphone for the worst sound in all camping. The most depressing sound ever. Right, that's us on the way down. We've left the coats on because it's a little bit breezy. Just spoken to them gents again who were up on the hill, and really nice blokes. I don't know what it is you find that with the outdoors crowd, if you want to call it that. Everyone's just a really nice person. You ever met anyone hiking or camping who's a bit of a prick? Because I haven't. Everyone, well, maybe that's because it's me. Maybe I'm the prick, that's why I've never met one. So we're on our way back down to the car. We're going to go for a coffee. Thoughts on your first wild camp, Jim? First successful.
Yeah, it's good. So obviously, like with the airbed going down, sort of feared the worst, but it was fine and nice. Obviously slept on both of the mats, and it was okay. Yeah.
Spot on. Yeah, I was a bit worried, like I said earlier, about his sleeping pad going down. That happened to me on Winnett's Pass last year. I was freezing all night. So there's your lesson for today. Not that you're here for a lesson, but bring a closed cell phone pad regardless of what sleeping pad you've got, because you never know. So that's where we'll leave it. It's been a bit of a different one with having Jim involved. I haven't talked as much crap, which is probably beneficial to everyone actually, including me. So we're going to get a bit of breakfast, go and get a brew, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the views on the walk back. In fact, from here you can actually just see where the car's parked. I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's a road that just goes up there. You can just see the top of the pub where the car is. So yeah, we'll go and jump back in the car and get some scran. What a morning for it, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!